Welcome back to the Berg Podcast. Thanks for joining us today. With me today is Ford.
Merry Christmas.
And Dan.
Hey, everybody.
And we are talking Christmas. It is that time of year. We're in the holiday spirit. We've got the Christmas carols playing on the device out there that can't be named. Otherwise, she'll start talking back to us. And I think celebrations in like full effect here. I've probably eaten about 75 pounds of cookies, and I've started to wrap presents. So I'm feeling good about it.
I got the presents done because you only have certain hours of the day to do that. But it is amazing. I mean, I guess that's why, New Year's is what it is, because everybody has to change. But the amount of, it's like going to the beach in the summertime, and you've, hopefully tried to look your best for the beach time. And all there is to eat is ice cream and pizza at the place. It's the same thing with Christmas. Like, it is amazing the amount of carbs and sugars that magically appear over the holidays.
I said this to Allison. We were talking the other night, and I saw something really funny online. It was like, you ever been one of those people? And it's not about the holidays, but I related to it because it was. Have you ever been one of those people who goes on vacation and all of a sudden you're vacation rich, right? Like, you're doing all of it. You're going out to dinner, you're tipping everybody, and like, I'm still broke at home. I can't do any of those things. But for some reason on vacation, Christmas,
money doesn't cost the same on vacation.
Christmas or the holidays sort of feel like that from a dietary perspective. Like all year long, I'm doing my 6-month check-ins with the doctor. I'm taking my vitamins. I'm trying to be a normal human being. And then for some reason around the holidays, the calories don't count. I consume everything that's sitting on the table. So,
Well, we get some stuff at the office, but then also I've been like the main culprit here is Erin started baking because of different things, and people come into our house, and we don't want it at our house, so I bring it in. And also, she rejected a cake, and so it became this whole thing. There's so much baked goods here,
yeah.
And I have a problem with baked goods,
yeah.
And Erin's like, well, just take them to work. That way, they're not at home. I'm like, I'm at work more than I'm at home. Like this is making the problem worse.
I'm sending it home with people. Like as soon as it comes in, I'm like, hey, why don't you take that home to share with your family and your loved ones? Because there is literally, it's like piled. There's chocolates on top of a cake dish with like some like seasoned pretzels underneath it. And like, yeah.
The other day you sent home like a popcorn thing with like chocolate on it, like some mousse popcorn thing. I don't even eat popcorn, and we ate it in the car. I was like, which eating in the car is like the most unhealthy. I'm already like stationary, and now I'm going to eat way more calories than I should.
Yeah. We had like a cookie plate show up yesterday afternoon, and I was like, this can't stay here. I gave it to Dylan Reese. I was like, take this home for your family.
I think it just went downstairs. I really do. Like, it's funny how like the different products stay at different, because we have different stations where you can like store stuff, and it's amazing how that happens. And it's, it's really neat to see, it's a corporate thing, some of it's from team members. It's really cool to see. It's just that this time of year really is, a group of people getting together and different things happen. It's really cool to see how like that happens. It's kind of funny we think about too, because so we know a person from Argentina, and they're on the opposite season of us. So their Christmas is in the middle of the summer, and for them it just doesn't have the same vibe because.
Sure. Yeah.
And I was like, it's perfect because it's in the middle of winter because it's dark at 5 p.m. Like, you kind of would be starting to like hibernate for the winter time, but because of the holidays, you're like doing things and seeing people.
Still getting out, doing
exactly.
something. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so it kind of makes it nice. It's a good break to winter to have the holidays here at this time of year.
Yeah.
Well, it is nice too. I mean, you get all different things from different people, and people get excited, and they can, but it becomes a point where we're 5 days, 4 days, whatever it is away now.
Sure.
And it's been like, this is a lot of food sitting around here that we need to eat.
It really starts at Thanksgiving if you think about it.
Does.
Like,
It does. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And
it just continues on.
Right. And like the Thanksgiving feasting bleeds into the Christmas prep right through the holiday. So yeah,
I was thinking that maybe we shift our 6-month visits in a way that they happen just before Thanksgiving, right? Like that's the best we're going to be.
Yeah, that's so funny because I actually told Donaldson I was not going to him the week after Thanksgiving ever again. He's like, your numbers aren't that bad. I'm like, I can't do it. Like
they've been much better before.
Yeah, like a week ago, my diet was normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gift giving is one of my love languages. Have you guys ever done the love languages? That's kind of
I have not.
no. Have you read that book? I can't remember.
I have read the book.
So that's interesting. What is Ford's love language? Sorry, Brian, I'm going to sidetrack.
It's okay. Yeah, we can take it.
Last night we were doing something and they're like, what are 3 words to describe you? I was like, interesting. I came up with stoic. That's as far as I got. I couldn't get 2 more words.
Just one.
Okay. There's only one word.
Yeah. He did, Ford, that's a good try, but you didn't tell me your love language. All right, I'll let you go, though.
That was weak.
Yeah. Go ahead, Brian. The girls do that to me. I'll get them off course. And Mara's like, that's a great way to redirect me, but I still have my original question. I'm like, All right, Brian, love languages.
But I like giving gifts. Like it's fun for me. And I think it's like my personality coming out because I do this in a lot of ways for other things, but I love like finding the right thing, like taking what I believe someone will like and then searching for like the perfect version of it. And also at a very reasonable cost and that will arrive just in time and all of those things. So yeah, it is kind of fun for me. And then it just sort of becomes like exhausting and overwhelming. And you're like, okay, we just need to stop. So
quick, go down to Lowe's, buy 15 gift cards if I can't find the people. It's funny because I have like a constant, disagreement with my family over it because at some point we stopped giving gifts to each other. And I was really disappointed about it. And I was like, it's not about the money. Like it could be a $5 thing. It's more the thought that goes into it. Like I really try not to use gift cards because they just don't have that. They're kind of like the, I don't know
it's
type
like the
of scenario.
Plan, yeah. Right? Like it's like, and it doesn't have to be that way. And
no, like for restaurants, it's good because you're like, oh, someone wants to go to a restaurant,
right.
But like,
restaurants,
the Lowe's gift cards or something like that just doesn't have that same vibe to it. And so I was like, it could be a $2 item from something, but it's more the thought that you like,
right.
Okay, this person might, it might go in a drawer that's never used again for, they'll throw it away in 20 years when they clean out the house and move. But it's the thought that really matters, I think, behind it sometimes.
Yeah, shopping for my parents or finding gifts for my parents sometimes is difficult. And I'm sure like, it's the same for like my wife and I, because there's some wants, but not a lot of needs, of course. Different for our kids. They have different needs and stuff like that. It's fun. It's easier. But I used to give my parents gift cards to like go out to eat and stuff like that. And then at some point I realized that my brother was the beneficiary of all of those things. Like, I'd be like,
regifted.
I'd see like him and his girlfriend and now wife out to eat at a place that I had given my parents a gift card to. I'm like, what the?
So we hope that your brother doesn't listen to the podcast.
At least it got used though.
It did. It definitely got used.
Because I've lost a lot of gift cards in my life because like trying to keep them and then, like you almost have to break them up by like zip code because you're like, okay, if I'm going to this neck of the woods, like what would I do here? And you don't always have the wrong ones with you, and like there's fun ones for like people, you may not know them real well, or maybe you work with them like a Wawa because that's universal.
Right.
But no, for like people that like family members, it's always fun to try and find something that has some meaning. It might even have more meaning for you, but at least it has meaning in the gift.
Yeah, for sure. No, Allie did this really cool thing when the kids were younger and we had more gift cards around the house. She actually had like it wasn't like a business card album. Maybe it was like something of that nature. And she would stick the gift cards in the sleeves and keep them in her car. And so like,
that's smart.
Yeah. We would be out and be like, oh, we had that gift card. She said, yes, we do. And it's right here in the center console.
Oh,
like,
I got to tell Erin about this.
She'd whip the book out and
See, I have to hand mine over to the missus because she's like, she has a collection of them somewhere, but she's like, you lost.
Yeah.
Umpteen of them, and just like, okay, so I just like, okay, here's another gift card.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I give them to Erin because I'll lose them and they're in a drawer. And every once in a while, I'll go through this drawer in this one cabinet and I'll be like, you realize how many gift cards we have? Like we could go a bunch of different places, but we don't have them with us.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And so that's a good idea. I gotta relay that to Erin. She's going to love that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then they got to be somewhat organized. Otherwise, you just have a pile of them in the car and then you never look at the pile.
Yeah.
But
So a completely separate and like potentially, the negative side of the holiday season. Brian and I were talking the other day, Ford, I don't know if you know this. So Erin was out and she was buying some last minute things. She did wrap all the presents already. I was not involved.
Wow.
I don't do it right anyway, so she doesn't let me.
I do a good job wrapping.
I definitely participate. Yeah.
But she just said, like, with the way the schedules were, she was like, you said we could wrap them during the Eagles game, and then that Eagles game was not a game for wrapping. I would have thrown stuff and broken things. So we didn't do that. But she was picking up a few last minute things, and somebody ran into her car and hit her car and didn't stop. And I talked to Brian about it, and so I had to make a couple calls and get things set up. And she was like, "So wait, they're not going to review the camera footage of where I was when they hit my car?" And I was like, "No." Erin was picturing like CSI was going to come out and get to the bottom of this irresponsible party that ran into her car and left. And I was like, "No, that's not going to happen." And she was like, "Well, I'm going to find out the owner of the shopping center, and I'd like you to call them and try and convince them to do this research that I would get to the bottom of, and then I could like present present my case to the police."
Right. Yeah.
Because she doesn't think she should have to pay the deductible.
Oh.
Right. Because why? How is that fair that someone else hit her car and she has to pay a deductible?
Yeah.
And I was like, that is a funny part of the shopping thing is we don't shop as much anymore.
Yeah.
But now she's like been to all these stores. And the irony is I usually park as close as I can get to the store because I'm lazy. And Erin parks further away.
And she got hit.
She got hit anyway.
Yeah. That stings.
Yeah. There's a lot of people, if you think about that we don't go places as much. You know, I've been in parking lots recently, and watching people just getting into a parking spot can almost be humor in its own right. I mean, like, it's truly amazing. I mean, I don't, you always visualize in the past things, but you're like, people used to just like whip right in there and like make one turn. And now you see people doing like they probably made this spot smaller. They've, skinnied the lanes, but now it's like person doing like an 8-point turn to pull into a parking spot. You're like, goodness gracious, just move on if you can't fit in the spot.
Well, I went to I met Brad yesterday because Brad's birthday was last week. I met Brad and I said, let's meet here. And I go to park, and you and I both back in, Brian and I back in a lot because someone had told us years ago about it being safer to back in. So
I have heard that it's a safety thing.
I also
back into my spot here though, because I think the sun bounces off my windshield through your window.
It does.
Yeah.
But so I went to back in, and I'm sitting there, and this old lady blocks me. And so I can't pull forward to back my car in. And I'm like, stopped. And so first I put my turn signal on, and I realized she's right on my door. She can't see my turn signal. So then I like point that I'm pulling in, and she's like, no, I'm pulling in.
Oh,
I was like, I was like, well, like, and it could have just been a standoff because I was blocking the spot because I was trying to back into it. And then I was like, I'm just not going to do it.
Right.
And so I move, go get a different spot, walk by. And Brad then comments because he's like, hey, your truck's not all the way in the spot. I was like, well, it's two pickups, like a pickup and an SUV backed in together. And I have a hitch on, and so did he. And he's over the line. I can't get in. That's as much as I can get in.
That's as close as you can get. Yeah.
I can't get any closer. So we walk into the restaurant and I'm standing there, they come up, we say, just two, please. And they say, okay, just hold a minute. The lady goes around me, gets in front and says, I have to meet someone here. I'm already here. Can you just help me? And I was like, what? I said to Brad, the lady's cut me off twice now. Like first time might have been accidental that she didn't understand that you could back into a spot. But the second was, I'm just not as important as she is.
Wow, Pennsylvania's really seeping into you because the old days.
The Jersey version of you. I mean,
it was an old lady,
okay.
So I had to give her some space. I did have the desire to, if I'd had 12 with the plow on it, I may have considered encouraging reallocating her car to move out of my way. Just turn the plow on and start to push, so she'd realize she's going to have to move.
Yeah, the holidays. It is funny because I do really enjoy the holidays. But if you have to be out in a crowd somewhere, sometimes you see that the holidays doesn't bring the best out in people.
No.
I've seen fist fights.
Oh my gosh, actual fist fights? Wow, I don't think I've witnessed that.
We did one of the Black Friday things one time.
Yeah.
And we went to like one of those outlet centers because it's like, oh, they're opening at midnight,
Yeah.
And literally, two ladies were fighting over a purse because I guess it was on discount.
Oh my goodness.
And cops got called, the whole deal.
Holy smokes.
And so now actually, like years ago, we used to do this. We're actually going to try it maybe this week if we have time. We like going to the mall because we have nothing to buy.
People watch a little
just
bit.
People watch. Just watch the disasters.
Yeah,
it
awesome.
Creates humor. It might be perverse, but it's just like, all right, I'm just going to watch these people like, and you see them, they're like carrying stuff. And I mean, the amount of times that, some delivery company has come to our house in the last couple of weeks, I feel bad for them. Like, and it's multiple times a day. It's like, do they not? Like, I remember back in the day hearing the FedEx and UPS, like, they were so good that they didn't turn, turn left because they knew exactly their deliveries.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now they're like, it's just a free for all. They'll like show up UPS the same guy like 3 times in the same day. And it's like, didn't you check the packages the first time?
Well, they're so busy right now too that I think like they subcontract a lot of drivers, and you can always tell like when a Toyota Camry pulls up unloading packages. you're like, okay, this person's not a normal Amazon driver, or like they literally, I think they just literally park across, like they park across the middle of the road now. They don't even, they're not trying to get off the road. They don't care. They like just stop in traffic, throw the four ways on, leave the door open
while they're driving. Well, that's I don't know if I told Brian this yesterday. I was telling somebody about it though, that Erin called me and she was Tamara's going to say that this is going to get me in trouble as well, but and she was unhappy because she couldn't find this one present as she was wrapping things, and she was like, and I checked, and Amazon said it was delivered on the 10th, and I was like, okay. And she was like, well, you get all the packages. First of all, that's not possible. Right? I'm not home. But I was like, well, but every package I get, I put in this one spot. And she was like, unless you don't. And I was like, well, I guess that's possible. What is it? And she described it to me. I was like, okay, I don't open the packages. So even if I did, but I was like, I don't remember this. I don't know. And I didn't look at what day the 10th was. So she's like, well, what are you going to do? And I was like, well, I don't know what I can do. I mean, I don't know I don't know anything about this package. So I said, all right, let me look into it. So I look up on Amazon and it said likely delivered on the 10th. Like I've never seen this on Amazon before. Yeah. Like on the screen, it said was delivered, but when you click tracking details, it says likely delivered. And then it said open up tracking details, and it was Amazon itself. And I opened it up and it said package was delayed at like 8:00 at night on the 10th, which was a Sunday. So I called Erin back and I was like, this package never got delivered.
It hasn't been delivered.
So I found where I could get it. And last night I got, it was just a little thing. I got it. And late last night we had kids over, they went home, and I said, so I that package didn't get delivered. And, but I did go get it. And so now we have it. And she said, I don't remember what she said, but I was like, that's an odd way to apologize. She was like, apologize. And I was like, well, I mean, you did accuse me of getting the package and like for it, I went like full in. Like I was like, I was committed. I was like going to play this hand out. And I was like, well, I appreciate your apology nonetheless.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, I don't know why it was late in the night. I felt like engaging, I was like, let's play this out. There's not many times in her defense that I am not the one that she calls it rehoming, where you put something in a different place than it belongs. Right. And she's very particular about where things go. So normally I am guilty. So I think that I was right here. This was my one chance that if I was going to take the shot right now. Yeah. So I took it last night.
I am guilty of always putting things in the same place, and it's not where they should be. Like I have, like there's like 2 counter spaces when you walk into our house, right? And like that's where everything goes. And then when it's not there, I'm like, shoot, I have no idea where my stuff is. And Allison put it in the right place, and I'm looking for it in the wrong place. Yeah. And
I'm looking for it in the place where I put it, which is like we have a table coming in, and it's like, you come in at the end of the day, whatever, you put your phone, whatever you had in your hands there, and the next morning you're figuring you're going to do something with it, and it's magically been reallocated, and you're like, well, but that was the spot. That was where I put it. That's where I knew where it was.
that whole like the package delivered thing has gotten a little wild. We've had a couple times where like Amazon or even I think some of the, like the UPS or FedExes will say like, hey, that was delivered on such and such date, right? But then if you look at it, it was like delivered to the post office or delivered like to another carrier, and then they're going to drop it off in a couple days.
Yeah. And
so like you're like, delivered where? Like it's not at my house. Gavin had this happen, and I actually don't know how you get things delivered in the city of Philadelphia. Like
you shouldn't. My brother ships some other places.
Yeah. I mean, he lives in an apartment building in the city. And, I'm like, well, how do you have things shipped to your home? And so he was like, it said it was delivered and it's nowhere on the property. He's like, I'm looking, and I'm like, dude, like, I mean, I guess you could ask your landlord if there's a camera outside to see if it actually showed up. But if they set it in front of your building, it's gone. Like no one.
It's more than porch pirates there.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? So this is funny. So I was at a board meeting for a local authority, and the solicitor had sent cookies. It's something he must do every year. He sends cookies to all of the board members. And so one of the people was out of the country on vacation when the cookies got delivered, and their complex has a policy that they'll like hold it for you, but only for a couple days, like a day or two. And if you don't pick it up, then you get charged.
Oh,
and he was gone for like 2 weeks.
No way.
So he got charged for 2 weeks for holding the cookies that were delivered Like, and they were delivered like the day he left.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, I laughed when he told the story because it was like and the solicitor was really nice. He was like, well, just send the bill to my office. But it was like, you tried to do something nice and you sent them cookies, but the cookies got held. And they're cookies. Right.
So.
And like, how much does it, I don't know. And the person is out of town. So like, but it was just funny when he said, he was like, so I got
the cookies
charged.
aren't going to last. It's not.
And it was like $5 a day. So you know what I mean? So we got charged like $62 to have like, a dozen cookies that are 2 weeks old.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Well, we talked about this before, but the pictures, right? Like it's delivered to your place.
Yeah.
That does not look anything like our place.
No. All right.
You get a picture and it's not your house.
I have I'm going to go like whole story here. So
oh no.
When I talk about New Jersey, I say a lot of times, well, I'm not going to get into it, but New Jersey is just, my family over there is they're great and I love them, but they can be a lot at times. Especially my mom. I love her, but she is a lot. She's exactly what you'd expect of like an Italian mom. And so she's got this dog she claims is very good, but the dog does not like people delivering packages. And so you got to like keep the dog away if packages are getting delivered. I myself would not get packages delivered 3 or 4 times a day if it was my mom. My sister lives a mile away. I would just send them to my sister's house. So they got this package delivered and the dog like snipped at the person. And I shouldn't laugh because they got bitten. This has been a problem with her. But they tried to deny, not my mom, but other people, my uncles and whatnot. They were like, what? It wasn't, the dog didn't bite him. And the guy took the picture of him delivering the package, but the dog's biting him as the picture is taken.
The dog's like attached to his pant leg or something.
It was like Austin Powers, like, where you can't deny it. It was like, it's definitely your house. That's your package with your label on it. And the dog is biting his leg that's in the corner of the picture. Like there's really no denying. This is totally you.
Oh my gosh.
So evidence.
And so the other day, what made me think of this, the other day, Erin sent me a picture and it was of the dog in like a jacket. And she sent it to me. She was like, do you think, Amazon delivered the jacket?
They're going to be doing the drive-by with the throw out the window.
Yeah, they just chuck it out the window.
Wing it down the driveway.
Yeah, I just stop ordering Amazon, Mom. The dog or get rid of the dog.
And the dog's outside all the time? Or is
it?
Okay.
She has 2 dogs. One that's an inside dog. When I grew up, dogs were outside.
Okay.
I'm probably going to get like emails or something about this now. But the dog has a house outside.
Sure,
and it is in the garage. They can get into the garage. So technically,
I wasn't questioning.
I don't have a dog, people, so it's no problem. I don't have any pets.
I wasn't questioning whether Mom's taking care of the dog. I didn't mean for that.
That went sideways on me. I wasn't anticipating that. So another funny thing, Ford. So last night when I got home, I had Charlotte, and I had to run down to one of the jobs, and I said, "Charlotte, you just come with me." I sent Ford a picture. He said we could hire Charlotte. She was prepared to work, vest, hard hat. She was ready to go. And we got back, and her sisters had touched with their friends over all of her toys in her room, like all of her, she has like small, like the mid-size American Girl dolls. Yeah. They took them all out for it, and then they put makeup on her dolls.
Ooh.
And this is, Charlotte. Charlotte, you don't touch Charlotte's things. And Charlotte was like twitching a little bit with her eye, and like she like came to talk to me about it. And she was like, I'm not going to do anything right now, but this will need to be addressed. And I was like, all right, we'll deal with it after your sister's friends leave. So I was worried that Mara might get beat up by her little sister in front of her friends. Like she was going to lose a lot of street cred yesterday.
There was a lot of constraint there on her part. That was very
she showed control. It's close to Christmas. I think she was worried about the potential
another person.
Impact.
The cheer of Christmas, keeping it calm because otherwise,
calm. Yeah, she's
like trying to stay on the nice list.
Her thoughts were definitely naughty at that point.
Right,
she had some bad thoughts about what was going to happen.
So. Well, speaking of that whole I don't know when, not that it would track it back, but this whole Elf on the Shelf thing, where did this come from? And I'm sure it'll be something new soon, but we didn't have any of this. We didn't grow up. We didn't, we were told immediately that, Santa Claus wasn't real. Like that just wasn't part of the thing.
What?
All that kind of stuff.
Ford.
Immediately.
Santa's not real?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
We might have
hope there's no kids on the podcast.
Tough.
Yeah, we might have kids that listen to this for. Ruined Christmas.
Yeah, tough. Sorry about their luck.
So for day one, no Santa, it's
because it's Jesus' birthday, so
yeah, no,
you can't be claiming the big fat red guy involved. So it was very hard.
He's a white guy,
with a red suit.
I'm probably in trouble for that as well now.
Yeah, I was just say it depends on where you go. That's
now he does. Yeah,
initially
it was commercially created, so we made him.
Right. But like all this extra stuff, like the layers.
St. Nicholas
that get
was a real person, though.
He was. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
That's
all right.
Ford. I knew that Ford was that Christmas was that way right out of the gate. I think Brian, you and I have talked about this. That I wish we had handled it different. That Santa only brought like one present or something. Yes. I think you handle it similarly. That it doesn't become a big thing. It got out of control on Aaron and I. We had to reel it in.
Yeah. So I mean, Santa. We've always let the kids sort of like age out of it, right? So that Santa's been part of Christmas. But a relatively insignificant part of Christmas, and it's more about, of course, the birth of Jesus and that celebration, and Santa Claus would generally bring our kids one gift, and it usually was like socks.
Not the one they remembered as much.
It was Santa would bring one thing. He did play a significant role in Christmas aside from the folklore and putting out the cookies and all of those things.
Yeah, I wish we talk about our kids a lot because you're in the lead. Mm-hmm. I wish you had pointed that out earlier before I was into this game. But the Elf on the Shelf thing, Ford. So we don't have it. Oh, well, let me change that. We had it. We had an elf, like they have little elves, whatever, but it wasn't the Elf on the Shelf thing. And they liked him. So one time when I was like going out to buy him presents, I was like, oh, Elf on the Shelf, this looks cool. It's like a little book, whatever. I didn't know what it was about. And I brought it home and Aaron was like, what is that? And I like gave it to them. They're like, we got an elf. And I was like, you already have a bunch of elves. This is just a story. And they were like, no, this elf's going to like watch us and come alive and report to Santa. I was like, what? And Aaron was like, do you not know the story, what this is? And I was like, no, I had no idea. They have a bunch of little like elf dolls. I just thought it was a cute little book and they could read it. I was a dad who bought a book. Like I didn't buy him like a new BB gun or a dirt bike. I bought him something they could use. And so the girls are like really excited. And first night they want to set it up. And I'm like, girls, it turns out I made a mistake. I bought this. This elf doesn't work. I was like, it's it doesn't do what the other people's elves does. This is just a plain elf.
This one's broken.
So there's really no reason to put it anywhere. It's not going to do anything. It's not watching. And then Aaron, we hadn't even opened it. It was still like wrapped. Aaron resold the elf so that it's not even in the house. So there's zero possibility of the elf occurring.
Marketplace.
Yeah. She marketplace reselled that. Yeah. She was like, no way.
Well, there's two things about that. One with Facebook Marketplace. My wife decided to buy a gift off of Facebook Marketplace, which I'm pretty opposed to the whole thing because of like the logistics involved. Like the idea is good, but the logistics nightmare. Well, so she bought it and she asked it to be shipped. So thankfully she didn't have to go meet him at a police station or something crazy or a mall to make sure it's not like some crazy person. But somehow, because it's Facebook, they sent it to an address that she hasn't lived to in 9 years.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And then they claimed it because that was the address they found on. And I was like, well, that's good. That's the address it's showing on the internet. So that's good. Let's just keep it there.
Right. I mean, she had to like go you didn't get your stuff, but
she had to like run up there and she's like, oh, I'm going to get arrested for stealing a package that's mine, but it's sent to an old place.
I'm just picturing Tamara as a porch pirate.
Oh my goodness.
She's like, I had to like go into the place and there it was sitting on the floor. And I was like, okay, thank you. It's mine.
Yeah, that's my package.
Yeah. But no, the problem we were thinking about is because like we kind of probably go down the same route of like, it's not real. But we were thinking about the social part of...
Can I hold you for 1 second?
Yeah.
Who would the elf report to if you really did it?
No, both the Santa Claus and the elf. Like the
whole...
It's all not real.
Right. No, I know that, but you were saying we're probably not going to do it. I'm like, wait a minute. If you've already declared that Santa is not real, who is this elf?
Well, we haven't gone down that road because they're not old enough to really... but we're talking about it.
Okay.
Because our concern is more that if we teach them that way, and then they go out to other kids and they tell the other kids, like then we have an issue there because, when I grew up, we were very... in a bubble out here, and like everyone in our group of people that we grew up with would have grown up the same way, and now the bubble's changed and different people do things, and so now we're like whatever.
You talk about it like homesteading, right?
Pretty close. You've been to the farm.
I mean, but it's not like you like have your own little like.
You've seen the drawings.
Yeah. No, but
I mean, our social circle was the church. Like, I mean, the school. Like, it was this very small nucleus of people, and so it really wasn't a problem. But now, as things change, you're trying to figure out, like, okay, we can do that, but then when our daughter goes and tells somebody else, and then it becomes like this whole issue.
It's interesting.
You guys become that family.
Yeah, which what if that means I don't have to sit at sporting events? I'd be perfectly fine with that.
sport.
Well, you like
events.
sports. He just means he
Right.
doesn't have to interact with people.
You just don't want to do it with other people.
Yes.
all right.
That's what I get Ford for Christmas is I don't invite him somewhere.
Oh, yeah, Merry Christmas.
It's exactly what he wants.
Yeah. You don't have to show up.
Someone the other day where they're talking about like, oh, you know that Christmas party, and I was like, oh, no. And you know what? I wasn't even upset about it.
You didn't have FOMO.
No, none at all. I was like, I didn't have to dress up. I didn't have to go anywhere. I'm a happy camper.
Yeah. Now we talk about this. Ford has the opposite. Ford has fear of being included. It's phobia. You know what I mean? It's different than FOMO.
I usually just like if we get those things, I usually just decline Ford's invitation for him. Like
I don't even have to know about it.
They're like, hey, do you want to come to like the Christmas networking event and play? And like, decline.
And play.
Yeah, like the local theater, they do like a
Wow.
thing. So
All right.
It would include culture and people. I mean, like between those two things.
See, we take different approaches. That one might be Ford would love to attend. Is there an opportunity where he could speak?
He'd like to express his gratitude for being there, invited.
He would at the end of the event, not in the beginning.
Yeah.
When most people already went home.
Put him on the schedule. So that's funny. All right. Well, I
don't know. I think did we cover anything
was
on
Christmas even involved?
No,
I don't know. No idea.
We started with Merry Christmas, and then
It was a shipping episode.
It was a shipping logistics episode.
Off track a little bit about all of the things.
No, us.
Arm's length from Christmas. So,
Yeah,
but
it's-
anyways, it's the holiday season. We hope you all have a Merry Christmas and spend some time celebrating with your family and your loved ones. And we look forward to having you back on another episode.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.